One.
Welcome back to the Tuesday, August 23rd, 2022 meeting of the Hauppauge Union Free School District Board of Education. We are back from executive session. Please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Number 4 on the agenda is superintendent's update. Dr. Murphy.
Thank you, Mr. Barchet. Good evening, everybody. The new school year is upon us. Just a couple of notes. We have our new teacher orientation tomorrow. Excited to invite new teachers and teaching assistants to district office for a day of professional development and orientation. On Thursday, our administrative team joins me here at district office also for a full day prep, getting ready for the school year, professional development as well. And then next week on Monday and Tuesday, we have our conference days with our teaching staff getting ready for the school year, getting into their classrooms, professional development, and just genuinely getting excited to welcome the students, which will be Wednesday of next week. Just to note, all of us cannot wait. We are looking at a theme here of return to normal, and I will have a letter to the community with a few notes early next week. But we are all excited for the start of this school year, and on behalf of the board, those listening at home, we can't wait to see the students next Wednesday. So thank you.
Thank you. 5C on the agenda is adoption of minutes from the business meeting of July 26, 2022. Mr. Scrivo makes a motion. I'll second. Any discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Abstentions? 502, Mr. Pasquarino and Ms. Capisi. Abstained. Number 6 on the agenda is questions and comments from the community concerning tonight's agenda only. Yes, Mr. Russo?
Yes, I just have a question. Are we getting the other part anymore or no? It's in general. We just get the personnel.
They're coming right now.
They're coming right now. Do you want to we'll come back to you if you have questions.
All right, no problem. That's the one question.
You got it. Any other questions or comments concerning tonight's agenda only? Number 7 is the consent agenda. Do any members have items that they'd like to have removed from the consent agenda? Mr. Scrivo?
7.2A1.
7.2A1 removed by Mr. Scrivo. Any others? I will remove 7.2A4 and 7.2B4. Any other items that members would like to have removed? Just a quick question, Lori, is there any reason that number 26 on the agenda is bolded? Okay, so that 26 is with us, yes? With that, any others? With that, I'll take a motion to approve the consent agenda less 7.2A1, 7.2A4, and 7.2B4. Thank you, Mr. Scrivo. I will second. Any discussion? Any discussion? All those in favor? 7-0. Going to the severed items, 7.2A1, appointments. Do I have a motion? Mr. Scrivo, thank you. Do I have a second? Mr. Kiley, seconds. Any discussion? Vote on 7.2A1. All those in favor? Opposed? Abstentions? Vote passes 403. Mr. Barchet, Mr. Scrivo, and Dr. Kraft abstaining. 7.2A4, appointment of substitutes. Do I have a motion? Thank you, Mr. Scrivo, Mr. Pasquarino with the second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed? Abstentions? 601. Mr. Barchet abstaining. 7.2B4, Do I have a motion? Thank you, Mr. Pasquarino. Do I have a second? Thank you, Ms. Salvia. Any discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Abstentions? Motion passes 601. Mr. Pache abstaining. That concludes the consent agenda. Dr. Murphy?
I just wanted to take a moment, look out in the audience, and I see some of our newly approved board-approved employees. Mr. Glenn Holm is here, who's our new Director of Facilities. We also have Dr. Smalley, who's our new Executive Administrator for IT and Security Initiatives. Welcome aboard. My eyes are not great. Alexa is here. Alexa Bonzone is one of our new elementary teachers. Alexa. I see Kevin in the back row there, another one of our new teachers. Kevin, welcome aboard. I think that's it. Thank you, Mr. Bush.
Thank you. 8 on the agenda for policies. There's a regulation on the agenda concerning best rank regulation 4741-R. This is the board's vote on accepting that regulation. I'll make the motion. Do I have a second? Thank you, Mr. Scrito. Second. Any discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Abstention 7-0. That passes. That regulation will be a policy manual. Number 9 is the Code of Conduct public hearing. This was on our last agenda. We adjourned it because we were virtual. The vote is on adopting, after second reading, the Code of Conduct for 2022. Do I have a motion? I will second. Any discussion? Mr. Tasman, any major changes from last year's Code of Conduct?
No, Mr. Barchet, we updated some definitions to align with DASA regulations and included all the names of the DASA personnel into the Code of Conduct, and did put language in there to permit, if we were mandated to wear face covering by public health.
Okay. Any other discussion? All those in favor? Yes, yes. Thank you. Any comments from the public? Mr. Bruzzo? Very good. With that, I'll call the motion. All those in favor? 7-0. That concludes the public hearing on the Code of Conduct. Number 10 on the agenda is committee reports. Lori, I'm just going to tell you who has been elected the permanent chairs of those committees. The Audit Committee is Ms. Capisi. The Board Policy Committee is myself. The Islip Town Board Association is Mr. Pasquarino. The Steering Committee is Dr. Murphy. HIV/AIDS Committee is Dr. Traffa. Code of Conduct Committee is Mr. Scarino. Safety Committee is Mr. Pasquarino. Facilities Committee is Dr. Traffa. And the Curriculum Instruction and Technology Committee is Ms. Salvia. Our meetings will be scheduled over the next coming months, and the committees will report back to the board as a whole. 11, discussion matters. There are none. 12, new business. Do any board members have new business? Dr. Murphy, rather, what's the status of the playground renovations at the various schools?
I'm going to actually ask Ms. Sienna to provide an update.
Sure, so tremendous work has happened this summer. Since the second week of July, everything was demolished, ripped out from top to bottom. New surfacing was put in, all the grass and gravel ripped out, everything put in new. This week we are almost complete. We're waiting on just finishing leveling out all of the wood fiber. So rain delayed us a little bit yesterday, but we'll be moving and ripping the rest of the week and ready for schools to open next week. Just waiting on a final deadline of when the work will finish the remainder of the week. Some people have posted on Twitter some updates And it's really exciting to finally have the playgrounds in place. They look amazing, and if you live in the nearby areas, definitely take a look, but please don't touch.
So, do we expect, on the first day of school that kids will be able to use the playgrounds?
We're expecting, yes, but just waiting on final confirmation from.
I did check out, the Pines playground. It looks great. The only thing that I had, some concern, it looked like they had one of those things where you spin it with the kids on it. We worried at all about kids flying off of that thing and/or throwing up in between classes.
No, surprisingly, it doesn't go that fast. Nobody will get thrown. But
Do we have those at all schools, or is it just Pines? Is the equipment all the same?
it's pretty much all the same. They're at all schools.
Okay. I'm on record as saying this is bad things. Hopefully not injuries, but sicknesses for sure.
At some point, we'll have some sort of ribbon cutting ceremony with the board as well.
Right, we can get all the board members on it, test it out.
We could try and cap it.
Yeah. Any other new business? Just, Dr. Stratton, sorry.
Just one quick thing, I noticed this the other day, I was driving in front of the middle school. There's a crosswalk where the paint is pretty much completely gone. How do we get that before the school season starts? Maybe repaint it, relined, I'm assuming the county has to deal with the town this winter.
So Ms. Sienna and I will talk about it. We have a new facilities director who just heard some news about a potential time-sensitive job, so we'll definitely take a look at that.
Is that something that we're able to do ourselves? We have to wait for the
Is it on-
town?
Where is it?
It's on town.
Oh, it's on Townland. All right, we'll have to look into that with the proper individuals.
Gotcha. Any other new business from board members? New business from administration?
I just want to add, in the interest of facilities updates, we were made aware of some work that needed to be done some time ago in Forest Brook. There's a path that spans from the building to, gosh, what's that road? Gemma. Yeah, and I've been in touch, Ms. Sienna and I, with the Highway Department. They have done an incredible job. I just got an update today. I'm gonna go check it out tomorrow, but I think I'll be sharing with the board and with the community some incredible before and after pictures of that path. They cleaned out all of the trees and bushes that were hanging over the fence, and it looks like a completely different path. Dr. Reingold called me the morning that she arrived recently and was just incredibly happy. So I just want to thank, I'll properly thank those individuals, but I can also see the board being invited to a visit of that path in the near future. Really well done.
Thank you. Any other new business from administration? Questions or comments from the community concerning anything related to the district whatsoever? Mr. Russo?
Yeah, I don't know if I missed it, progress on the roof repair. Did I miss that at another meeting or not? But I should see the more.
We didn't discuss it today.
Yes.
Sienna, do you have an update on
I saw them working on one of the buildings in high school.
Yes, they are working high school and also middle school as well, and just working around students coming in for different things, staff coming in for different things, and making sure that there's not much of an overlap. We'll be working weekends for sure through the next couple of weeks, just to make sure that there's nothing in the way of them taking care of it.
Is that one of the main projects that we?
Yes, for the 2019 fund, yes.
It's not a repair, it's a bigger project.
Yes, bigger projects for sure. The middle school roof is the entire roof, the high school is partial this summer, partial next summer.
Thank you. Any other further questions from anyone concerning anything related to the district whatsoever? Yes, sir.
We have some information. COVID hit everything. 2020 was the biggest. My son is aging out this year. I know there was talk about extending the age out. Can you give some feedback on that? Because it was in the news, it was in the paper, and kind of went away.
Ms. Bilski or
So there was some guidance from, there was some guidance from the state recently that is based on a case-by-case basis. If students are eligible to stay past the age of 21, it's made on a case-by-case basis on each student, whether or not they achieve their IEP goals.
Is that something schools should apply?
Get to that.
Well, it would be discussed at each student's individual CSE meeting. So we could discuss it,
At the end, that's towards the end of 2025.
but I'd be happy to sit with you if you want to come in one day and go over everything with you, okay?
Any other questions or comments concerning anything related to the district whatsoever? So we're not going to adjourn right now, but I will make a motion to retire into executive session to discuss a disciplinary matter involving a particular student as well as to seek advice from legal counsel. Do I have a motion? Thank you, Mr. Squito, Dr. Kraft, for the second. Any discussion? All those in favor? We are going into executive session. The only business left when we come back is the adjournment. So you did not hang on.
Perhaps a resolution.
Or perhaps a resolution concerning a disciplinary matter involving a particular student. Yes. Yes. Executive session will begin at 8:25 exactly. Thank you. All right, we're back after our break for our second executive session. One last item on the agenda, 7.1E is a resolution that I'll read into the record. And then we'll vote on whether to accept or approve the resolution. Whereas, the parents of a student identified on the attached correspondence have appealed to the Board of Education from the superintendent's determination, and whereas the board has carefully reviewed the record on appeal, and whereas the board has deliberated on the appeal in executive session, now therefore be it resolved that the board affirms the superintendent's determination as modified. Do I have a motion to approve that? Thank you, Dr. Traffa. I will second. Any discussion? All those in favor? 7-0. The resolution is adopted. I'll take a motion for an adjournment. Our next meeting is September 20th, 2022. Dr. Murphy, can you arrange to have the elementary principals join us, like they did the last few years, give us a report on how things went opening, and then followed with middle school and high school in the coming weeks or coming meetings? Thank you. I'll make the motion for the adjournment. Mr. Scrito seconds. Any discussion? All those in favor? 7-0. We are adjourned. There is no further executive session. Thank you.